Let's talk to Steve Nolan, who's an economist at Liverpool John Moores University. Good to have you with us. And talk to me, first of all, about what this fall in inflation tells us about how much money we may now have in our pocket.
Well, in general, it was kind of a refreshingly boring report. There was no real shocks in it. The kind of figure was close to what people were projecting. And in general, it's kind of pretty good news. As you say, prices are still rising, but they're definitely rising at a lower rate. In terms of kind of pound in your pocket, there's really good news in terms of food inflation, which has been at quite high figures for quite a long time. I think everyone kind of recognizes that. But now we're seeing some real kind of easing off there. That's down to about 5%. Still kind of painful, but not in the high, nearly 20% we were seeing last year. And some really positive news and kind of some of the staple foods like breads and cereals. The growth in prices there is almost flat. It's about 0.3% this year, and that's down 2 percentage points from a month. So some positive news, especially for people who are less well off, where food takes off obviously a lot higher proportion of their budget.
Yes, the concern or the question will be once again, though, that prices aren't actually coming down in many instances. They're just going up less quickly. So people still overall paying more than they were a year ago. And that will eat into their incomes. It will eat into their disposable incomes. And that has a knock-on effect for the wider economy, doesn't it?
It does, but like one of the factors and one of the things that the Bank of England will be thinking about at the moment is at this point, we're seeing wage growth matching, if not outpacing inflation. So figures of wage growth, average wage growth, so the latest figures are about 6.1%. So in real terms, kind of incomes against prices are going up. Obviously, that's an average figure, and it's not true for everyone. So I'm not making the claim that the cost of living crisis is gone completely. But this is definitely positive news overall.
Yes, and what we might see in response then is the central bank saying, oh, hang on, we can start to cut interest rates from those highs we've seen of late, once again putting a bit more money in people's pockets. But also big questions about when they might do it and how aggressive they may be in their rate cuts.
Yeah, I think we're definitely in a not-so-fast moment from the Bank of England. I think it would be a huge shock if they started cutting prices yesterday. Tomorrow. The market are still pricing in probability sometime in June, so that's 2 rate rise decisions away. But the Bank of England will be concerned about certain figures like services inflation is still quite high, about 6%, and that part of that will be their concern about wages. So they will be a little bit concerned about easing off too quickly. And when they do, I think they will go fairly gradually.
Steve, good to talk to you. Thank you. Steve Nolan, economist at Liverpool John Moores University. Grateful for your time. Thank you.